The brain can see what doesn't exist. Reality is an illusion. Have you ever seen a shadow out of the corner of your eye or thought you saw someone in the room, but no one was there? What if I told you the brain can create images as real as reality, even when nothing is actually there? Yes, the brain can see things that don't exist. And it's not only in sick people. This happens to everyone, in dreams, illusions, hallucinations, and even when we're awake. Today I'll show you how the brain invents, fills in, and even believes in things that aren't real. Because deep down, everything you see is just an interpretation. Come with me. The brain doesn't see, it interprets. Many people think the eyes are like cameras, and the brain just reproduces the image. But that's not true. The brain receives electrical signals from the eyes and builds the image based on memories, expectations, and context. It's like a movie director assembling a scene with fragments of footage, and sometimes he just makes up what's missing. That's why you see motion in static illusions or faces in clouds. Hallucinations, seeing the invisible. Hallucinations are perceptions without real stimuli. They can be visual, auditory, or tactile, and they happen in many situations. Mental illnesses like schizophrenia, extreme sleep deprivation, the brain goes into crazy mode. Drugs, LSD, psilocybin. Migraines with aura, seeing lights, geometric patterns. Intense grief, people report seeing loved ones. The brain activates visual areas as if it were really seeing something, even with no stimulus. It's proof that perception doesn't depend only on the external world. Lack of stimulus. The brain creates from nothing. In environments with little light or stimulation, the brain can't tolerate emptiness. Studies show that in sensory isolation chambers, people begin to see lights, shapes, and faces in less than 15 minutes. This is what we call neural noise, spontaneous brain activity that, without external input, is interpreted as a real image. It's like a radio without signal. The brain hears static but thinks it's music. Optical illusions. The brain fills in what isn't there. Have you ever seen the Kanitsa triangle illusion, where a white triangle appears but doesn't exist? Or thought you saw motion in a still drawing? This happens because the brain has an instinct to complete. It fills in gaps to understand the world faster. That's useful in real life, like spotting a partially hidden animal, but it also creates errors in illusions. In other words, you don't see what's actually there, you see what the brain thinks is there. Dreams and false memories. The brain is a skilled liar. In dreams, it creates entire worlds with people, places, and emotions, all from nothing. And even worse, you can have false memories. You may remember events that never happened because the brain blended real stories with imagination. That's why eyewitness accounts aren't always reliable. The brain doesn't record like a camera. It reconstructs, and in the process, it invents details. So, to sum up, yes, the brain can see things that don't exist because it doesn't show reality. It builds a version of it based on memory, expectation, emotion, and need. It's an efficient system, but flawed. And that's why we see ghosts, figures, movement in still images, and even believe in things that never happened. If this video made you question what's real, leave a like, share it with someone who's seen a ghost or thinks they've seen aliens, and subscribe to the channel for more secrets of the human mind. Oh, and tell me in the comments, have you ever seen something you knew couldn't it be real? What was it like? A hug, and may your perception always be alert, yet skeptical.